Okay, I think last class I missed Pratush, Siva. Sagar, are you present at last? Yeah, sir, you are there. Yeah, we discussed about some problem. Okay, so usually everyone is new to the cloud, and don't worry, it's not only you guys are new to the cloud. Even the IT industry itself is new to the cloud. Okay. Our last class, we discussed some of the problems, and we have some open-ended questions, right? Last class we discussed some problems what IT industry had, and we not come to an answer for that. I promised you, you will get to know this answer in the next 2 or 3 classes. Okay, I can just quickly summarize. And today also, since Pratush is there and Siva is there, they are also new. So just I will try to bring up 2 more problems, and then I start with the cloud. Okay, the main purpose of this, why I'm discussing this theory concepts, is then only you can able to easily understand what is this cloud technology, what kind of impact it is creating, okay, and why it is such an important or such hype is there. Okay, so that's the whole idea. Okay, so last class we discussed like the different roles in IT industry, how the project works, right? Starts from the customer, I mean some end customer, how the requirement comes into that IT companies, and once the requirement comes, what are all the different people involved? For example, architect, business analyst, tester, developer, each one when they get into the picture and how the project got complete, right? That is what we discussed. And in that, there are some key things I introduced, like what is meant by POC, proof of concept, or they call it a minimum viable product. Okay, what is that? Why they are doing it? Is a sample. In layman language, we say it is a some sample before any project, any company giving to that. I mean, any client gives a project to the company, they will ask some sample nowadays. Show me what are you telling. If somebody is saying, I built this application, show me how that application looks like. That is called a POC, proof of concept, right? For example, they say that I'm going to support, for example, I'm going to build a website for you. They will say, because that guy doesn't know what is website. You'll say, what is meant by website, how it looks, or if they know, they will say, they will ask how my website will look like. Okay, then the IT service companies, either they need to build one custom website for them, something. Okay, that is called POC, or they will show that previously they built a website for others, right? So that is called a POC, or proof of concept. But the typical time taken for proof of concept is minimum 6 months to 1 year. Okay, that is the ideal time taken. Okay, that's what I give. We discussed an example of constructing a building. If you go and buy apartments in today's world, they will say, I have one model apartment. You can go and have a look. This is how your apartment is going to look after completion, right? So it is a kind of an attracting. Okay, that is called, we call POC. But to construct that apartment, I need some land. I need some building, right? I mean space. Then only I can construct the model apartment, and that I can use as a reference. Okay, that is called POC. After POC, if somebody already inside the company, I think Siva, you are in administrations, right? You are in admin or support. I try to relate your role with some example in the cloud.
Admin.
Admin, right? Okay, so you are window admin, correct? Windows.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we talked last week also. If any product comes to the data center, it is not directly go purchase and comes to it needs to travel. It takes minimum 6 months, the server reaching to your data center. Okay, we discussed about what is data center. Data center is nothing but collection of servers are there. At the end, whatever you learned, this Python programming language, whatever you learned, everything is going to run inside these servers. Okay, today we can see some sample server image also, how the server looks, how the data center looks. Okay, that also we can see. Yeah, going to Pratush. Pratush, you are doing an analysis, right? You are running on some analysis.
Yeah, right.
Okay, yes. So you are doing heavily in the Excel-based analysis. You are doing filtering. You are doing some kind of. I mean, basically, you are trying to find some answers for the questions. They will ask, what is the aggregation of this information? Correct. You are doing that kind of activities.
We are updating the database, like with the financial data, everything. We will be getting that from the different clients. So we will be pulling data from their documents and updating in one single database.
Yeah.
So we tell them we use the database over there.
So yeah, they have information in some documents, for example, some PDFs or some Excels. They have, I mean, whoever is, they are acting as your input, and you are extracting, and you are doing some manipulation and putting in the single database. Correct?
Yeah, we are doing it manually.
Manually, yeah, no problem. But at the end, your database is running where? It's a single database. They have some servers, and the server, the database is running, right? Some MySQL server or Postgres, something. Oracle.
Right.
Correct. Oh, correct. Yeah, keep that. I can come back. Maybe today I can start with this example to understand before I go to the cloud. So I'm taking like some real life examples. Suppose we decided to buy a laptop, because today everyone needs a laptop, right? Buy a laptop. The first thing is how we approach. First, we will analyze in the market. Okay, I want to buy a laptop. What laptop is best? I will check with my friends. I will check with somebody who's already purchasing things. Okay, I will just analyze the laptops. And also I will see that. So after analyze, I will get some inputs, like they will say, oh, you buy a laptop for example, keep your RAM as 8 GB. Sorry, 8 MB. Sorry, 8 GB. Sorry, 8 GB. Okay, minimum 8 GB. Earlier they say like a 4 GB. Now they say minimum 8 GB. Then your friends will suggest, see, for us 8 GB is okay, Intel 5 is okay, and today they are giving an 500 GB hard disk, that is fine. And if you go to the shop, in the shop you are asking, okay, I want a laptop, then immediately that guy first question asks, what is your nature of use? Are you using for any video editing or professional purpose, or it is you are going to use for your father, or somebody is browsing on internet only? Okay, or they will ask, you are doing some heavy software development, what is the purpose? Okay, they will ask. Why they are asking? Accordingly, he will recommend you the size of the machines. Size means basically at the end, everyone is trying to figure it out. What size my RAM? What size my hard disk? What size my CPU? Okay, this is what everyone figuring out. And when you discuss with your friends also, they'll say, yeah, don't go for an sometime this machine. If you take a 4 GB, sometimes you load a multiple videos, it will get hacked. Okay, so various inputs you get. Also, when you go to the shop, that guy also will asking you. Okay, but all your analysis, roughly you will take at least minimum 1 week. I'm saying minimum 1 week. Many people does this for 3 months, 6 months, even a year also. Well, why? If I purchase this laptop, that is going to it's going to me. I can't able to change it later on. Agree? That is the main reason why you are spending like 3 months time to only collecting this input. Because once you purchased, you can't able to change it. Because you are investing, how much you are investing. Then second thing is how much you are investing. Minimum 40,000 rupees, 40 to 70,000 rupees. Also the price is also involved with that. Say, I am happy, I want an 16 GB. But why I should not go? If I go that, then the price will come as a 60,000 or 80,000. I want a graphic card. But if I go that, no, the price will change. Okay, then price also involved. Another one is once I purchased, I can't able to change it. That's the second thing. The third thing, your concern always is safety, security. There is a lot of viruses are there in internet. Okay, if I purchased, something affects what will happen, how the service is going to be. People say, oh, don't go buy here. Better you buy from HP or somebody so that you will get a service. If something fault, they will take care of you, or they will give you a proper service to you. Okay, don't go buy. So these are all some of the reasons, right? And whatever may be the reasons, your analysis will take 3 months. After analysis, what you will decide, okay, you finally come to a conclusion, there is a pressure for you. No, I need to have a laptop, then only I can learn this course. Or I need a laptop, then only I can work from home. My company said, use your own laptop. Okay. Then after decided, you go to the shop, you say, oh, this is the specifications. The primary specification is the CPU, Intel 5 or Intel 7. And then my RAM size, they will ask 8 GB. And then my hard disk size, 500 GB or 1 TB. Okay, then they will ask, ma'am, if you want a speed, then you should use SSD disk. Or if you want a cheap, then I can put your hard disk, optical disk. Okay, then you will get confused because this all reason is it is a one-time setup. Okay, you can't able to change after purchase. Then, okay, you say it's an expense extra. Okay, no problem. Give me an SSD disk, or I don't have money, so give me an optical disk. And then the fourth question, some laptop comes with Bluetooth, some laptop doesn't comes with Bluetooth. They will say RJ45 internet cable is there, or you can use Wi-Fi. Even in Wi-Fi, there is a Wi-Fi 5. I mean, the version of 5th generation or the 6th generation. The latest is 6th generation, Wi-Fi 6. Why? Because it gives much speed. Again, the configuration is getting changed. Okay, and then they say, so basically this 4 parameter will decide CPU, hard disk, RAM, and type of network connections. Okay, so this is the fundamental for computer or laptop. Okay, as I said, laptop is a small computer, server is a big computer. Okay, and then okay, finally, whatever, maybe I need to get it because it is not my choice. I need a laptop. Okay, then they quoted for 80,000 or 90,000. Then they will ask, okay, sir, what operating system you want it? Okay, obviously that is the next question. Goes after hardware you finalized, which operating system I want. If it is a personal use, everyone will say like, yes, I need a Windows. You want a Windows 11, Windows 10, and then do you want an Office software? Because that is an extra license. If you go for a genuine, you will get confused. Oh my God, okay. So, okay, give me a Windows and then give me an Office also. Okay. Then they put an extra charge and it is an yearly subscription price. And then after all this, you will say, okay, I take an order, you pay your money, and you will collect your laptop 3 days later. Why 3 days? I mean, I'm saying I'm giving a best timeline, but in reality, they will say come back after 2 weeks because your laptop has to ship to here. And then only I need to install your operating system, install whatever software you want it, and then I can give it to you. Correct? So they will take minimum, but the best case, let's take, they will say like, come after 3 days. Whatever software you want, tell me, I can put it. Then, so let's take a best situation. 1 week you did analysis, and 2 days you comes and back for the shop. It's 9 days, and then 3 days later. So total 15 days happened to receive your laptop. Then meanwhile, you will ask, do you want a Norton antivirus or something because to safeguard? Let's check everything is a 15 days is happened. Okay, after you received your laptop, what is your first step? You will set up according to your requirement. You download the apps, what you use, YouTube, whatever apps you want. First you download if you are working in a company. Okay, in a typical, if you take a timeline perspective, if you want a laptop, you have money, everything readily, minimum it will consume you for 10 to 17 days, the best timeline. Agree? See, don't get discouraged or something. It's a story only, but this story relates with the cloud. Okay, I'm telling the rest of the team. Okay. Okay, so 16 days it takes for you to get a laptop to your hand. Then imagine for a company, they want to buy a server. How much time will it take? They also undergo the similar process. They need to, only difference is for them is instead of your own personal use, they will think from project use, from the client perspective. So, okay. So for them, in reality, it takes 6 months to 1 year. The server to reach to start their purpose. That is the truth today. Okay. Today, if I am at TCS or Wipro, I got one new banking client. I went there. Hey, I can do it. For example, they are saying, oh, I want to a data warehouse application in my company. Sorry, in my banking. Then it says, yes, I have an expert people. They can do it for you. I have an architect. I have a developer. I have a business analyst. I have an admin. We will take end to end. Then the bank will say, can you show me one small POC? What is data warehouse? Because they also don't know, right? To build the data warehouse, the TCS will take 6 months time to produce the POC. Okay, within that 6 months, a lot of things will change. Okay, the requirement itself will change. This is the big problem. Okay, okay, all good. This is the bad minimum timeline. Nothing can be changed. But then why we are discussing all are? Why I'm discussing this one is if I approach that solve the problem same with the cloud, I can spin the machine in less than 2 minutes. I can get my personal laptop less than 2 minutes in cloud. I can get a server what I want in cloud less than 2 minutes, not only one server. For example, there is a Bank of America, they said, okay, can you show me one POC with an, I have an 300 terabytes, no, 300 petabytes of data, which is 1 petabyte equal to 1000 terabyte. 300 petabytes of data I have, can you show me a big storage? Okay, in earlier case, it takes a lot of time, but today I can show them, I can make them feel, understand within less than 2 minutes. Then imagine the power of change in the cloud. How we will see that, but just I'm saying this is the answer in the cloud. Then why everyone wants to stick with the old ways? Okay. If you want a laptop, for example, you want a personal computer, you can go to the cloud, take it. The other advantage in the cloud is, as I said, if you purchase a laptop, it's a fixed configuration. You can't able to change that 8 GB RAM to 32 GB RAM once you bought it. But in cloud, it's not like that. You can change whenever you want it. Okay, another example for cloud. Maybe I put it in this way. 15 years back, okay, if somebody is, I mean, if you are guys are on, you finish your graduation in 2000 or something, you know, right, better. If you want to go buy a car, what are the options we have? Our 20 years, our parents maybe, if they want to go buy a car, they have only one option. They go buy a car and take a ride, right? For that, they need to invest 5 lakhs to 15 lakhs minimum, right? But today, if you have 100 rupees enough, you call Uber. Uber will give that the same experience. The Uber is giving within 100 rupees, you can enjoy the car ride. Okay, so Uber is a perfect example of what is cloud computing. Okay, so we will see, I can relate, but Uber isn't. But as of now, just think that. The same case like your personal laptop. If you want to buy a car, it's not directly you go walk into the showroom morning, you can take delivery in within half an hour. They will took it minimum of, they will say, no, sir, you need to go for registration, blah, blah. It will take at least 1 or 2 weeks to deliver the car. Okay, but today it's not the case. You just book a cab in Uber, you are clear. Okay, so the type of problem what cloud is solving, see, the whole IT industry is a problem solving. If you take anything in IT industry, it is a trying to solve some problem, solve our real life problem. So all the IT companies, see, the IT companies are trying to solve the client problem. The cloud is solving the IT company problem. Take it in, I mean, it's solving everyone's problem, but it solves more than that. Okay, that's why last class I said, what is happening today in the whole IT industry is whatever developed or implemented last 20 years in IT industries, everything now they are rewriting according to cloud. That is what is going in the last 2 years. That's why every IT industry is so crazy. Okay, in never they seen in IT industry such a kind of demand for IT people. Okay, across, even though the world is currently under heavy recession, recession is already going, but the IT people never seen it. Okay, heavy recession is going, and there is a lot of inflation is happening. Still, there is a more demand for IT people. Why? Because of this reason. Whatever they develop for last 20 years, they need to rewrite in IT. Plus, I mean, rewrite into according to cloud. Plus, whatever the new requirement, obviously every year there is a new requirement comes, right? They are also need to write in they need to accommodate those also. Okay, so that's the reason there is a tremendous demand for techie people now. That's the reason why crores of salaries tech companies are giving to the people. 1 crore salary, 1 crore CTC, 60 lakh CTC, because of cloud. Okay. Okay, coming back, but at least you understand, you will see that the facts why there is a more demand in cloud. Then also in IT industry, what we are all telling is, I can't go and take a Java developer and put it in the cloud project. The biggest problem what I had is always its mind got tuned. If I give them some document, hey, can you see how many words, how many times my name is repeated in the Word document? He tried to write in the old-fashioned way. He create a Java class, create an object, blah, blah. He's always happy to write 200 lines of code to complete it. Okay. Or an example, in our real life example is, if I want to deposit a money to bank, if I give it to our grandfather, somebody is an old, they always prefer to walk into the bank and deposit that, take the chala. Okay. If you ask them, no, we can do some Google Pay or GPay, they always suspect, they will not trust that. They will say, no, that maybe a mistakes will happen or they will cheat you. What is the proof? Lot of questions will come. But we say that, no, you are in old generation. Now everyone is just trust and they're going. That is what happening in cloud also. If I bring some 15 years experience, a Java guy, he will have, is similar to my grandfather. So that's why the industry is all now looking who are all fresh, new, take them for cloud, and the existing people use for the existing one, maintain them. That's the reason I said that after 3 years or 4 years later, whoever we are currently working, whatever domain we are working, if we are not equip ourselves, upgrade ourselves to cloud, we become absolute. Undoubtedly, you guys already started feeling this in your company. Okay, it's not something I am telling you, already seen it. Okay, the cloud adaptation is the target for all organizations. Okay, so this is the number one. And number two, so far IT industry is only for big companies. For example, banks, railways, governments, right? But after this cloud came, it touches everything. So today, if you see a petty shop in your street or a vegetable seller, they are having an UPI payment, right? If they don't have that UPI payment, they lose that business. Okay, the petty shop says, no, I don't want an UPI payment, everything. I will accept only cash. Then maybe only 6 customers will go. If they have an UPI, all the end customer also will go. So what message it tells is, without technology, no business will exist in the future. But the case is not like this in 10 years before. 10 years before, only banks are using technology. Some big companies are using. For example, I'm a real estate broker. I don't need to use any technology. I just go. If I'm running a training center, I don't need any technology. I just go and do like a college. I can contact in that way, right? But today it's not the case. I need to, even I'm a broker, I should have, my presence should be present in Facebook. I should advertise in Facebook or Instagram, right? My presence should be there. Otherwise, my business is absolute. So what the message it brings is, then the landscape of technology also extended. Okay, then more IT people is required, more cloud people is required. Okay. Now I come back. You all IT, so I no need to say that that demand in IT, but just I want to, we will know that how this all getting impacted. Okay, with the cloud understanding. Okay, the reason why I'm giving all this example is as we discussed last week also, we asked how many of you using cloud. You said some of you said no, I didn't use it. But later on I give some example. You realize yes. Already I'm inside the cloud, right? Some example is Facebook is in cloud, YouTube is in cloud, your WhatsApp in cloud. If you are booking something, your online UPI payment is in cloud. So everything, already cloud is there. You are already using a cloud technology. And it is going much bigger. Okay. So with that, okay, I just summarized the problem and we see the results. The one problem I said last week is, or even today I said, if I want to purchase a laptop, it may take 17 days, but the answer is in cloud, I can get the similar personal workstation within 2 minutes. Obviously, I like this one only, right? And we will do one demo or a hands-on, we come to know how it's 2 minutes. And second problem, yesterday I said for an server coming to that, it takes 6 months. Why the IT companies? Because today's the POCs, all the, I mean, whatever you guys are doing, this all are happening in an, all the POC is completed within 3 weeks or 4 weeks. They are not waiting for in 6 months. Okay. The third, last week, I think Vidya highlighted some problem for his activities roles. He's doing patching activity once in a month. And he's doing some configuration management, everything. So this all got minimized or mitigated in the current cloud. Okay, this all reduced. For example, the replications. He said that there is a team, they worked for 6 months to create a server-to-server replication. Okay, so they worked a project for 6 months, but the server-to-server replication, all the things now comes into drops from 6 months to in terms of weeks. Okay, this all time reduced. Obviously, it brings a new way of working. Okay, you are not going to patch. As an administrator, I'm not going to patch any software or any hardware, but I need to work admin the cloud. I need to work I need to manage the cloud resources. That is how my role is getting transformed. Okay, before I go physically visit the server, insert the CD, install the operating system, Windows or Linux, and then I set up the IP, everything. But now this all is taken care by automation way. Okay, but then what is my role? Create user management, attach policies. The cloud is working something differently. That is what your role is getting transformed. I pass here. Any questions so far? Because I'm not sure I'm going with your right track. I don't want to go give so much lectures, but I'm creating an environment for you. What is cloud? Any questions or anything you want to? No. Siva, any questions you are Pratyush? Because last class, yeah, so much theory with the rest of the team. But do you have any questions, Siva or Pratyush?
No.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. With this example is enough. Let's move on to cloud. Okay. We will see what is cloud. So in simple terms, what is cloud means the true definition of cloud computing. We say like it's a cloud computing. Okay. Also last week we discussed why they mention it is a cloud. Something we don't know, we mention it's a cloud. Okay. So what is cloud computing? The actual definition is this is delivering IT services via internet. That is a single line. Okay. If you understand this statement, then you can able to easily understand the entire cloud. Delivering IT service via internet. Okay. So then, which means what it says, delivering IT services via internet. Okay. Deliver IT services. What is IT services? Anything, everything. For information technology services, delivering hardwares, for example, servers, storage, firewall, network switches, data center, whatever IT companies having. Okay. Okay. Everything is involved. So delivering IT services. So it which means server, storage, software, everything delivering via internet, which means what it says. If there is no internet, cloud will not work. Okay, two important points here. Delivering IT services via internet, which means delivering all IT components, softwares, products, servers, everything through the internet. Okay, if there is no internet, the services you can't able to deliver. Now look back our example. Last week we seen some of the cloud services, right? What is that? Facebook, YouTube, our IRCTC booking. Think of that. If there is no internet, does this will work? If there is no internet, none of this you can able to access it. Correct? But Siva, will you able to access your Windows machine if there is no internet from your office?
Sorry.
No.
Once again,
my question is, you are in your office. Okay. You are inside your office building. If there is no internet, still will you able to access your server?
No, we cannot.
Why? No internet. I'm not saying net. I'm saying an internet. There is a VPN, right? All servers from your data center is connected to your offices. For example, you are working in the client location, the data center and your servers.
Okay. But without internet, if we have VPN, we can work.
Yeah. So yeah, through VPN, that there is a dedicated network connected from data center to the offices, right? That is how until last 10 years we are all connecting to the servers. And are you trying to understand what I'm saying? Not today.
Yeah,
Don't think today way. Yeah. 10 years back, push yourself like some 5 years or 8 years back. Okay. So that time, even without internet, I can connect my servers because they call it, yeah, through VPN, or imagine you are inside the data center. Okay, you are inside the data, or I can put it in this way. We all studied in college, right? We used college lab. So where we will accept our, yeah, Vidya.
Intranet we are using.
Yeah, intranet. Sorry, that word itself. Now you see, we forget it. Intranet. Yeah, we call that is an intranet. Yeah, net. The opposite of internet. It's only within that organization. Okay. The another example is while we are studying our engineering or some courses, we go to the lab, computer lab, to practice our Python program. Why? The server is there, network is there. Correct? We practice. Okay. So to practice my Python program, I no need an internet. Because that time, imagine today the lab is hosted in cloud. So what I described, what is meant by cloud, delivering IT services via internet. Then the students can practice from home to access the lab. Okay. So today, why it is this much possible? We are all working from home, remote, because of cloud, because of internet. Otherwise, it's impossible. This all. Okay. So this is one example. I'm giving you the power of the cloud and the internet. Okay. So coming back, we are going to repeat this statement for next 5 to 10 classes. What is cloud computing? Cloud computing is nothing but delivering IT services via internet. Okay. This initially is some story only, but this story is creating you a foundation to understand the rest all on top of this. Okay, delivering IT services via internet. Okay, that is the definitions. Okay, you keep this one, understand. Okay. Also, then what cloud computing is offering? Simply, what they did is, let's take our laptop. If I disassemble my laptop, what are all my core parts? My core parts are my CPU, Intel 5 or Intel 7, right? That is the CPU, which is a very big, the core component. CPU, my storage, which is hard disk or RAM, right? Storage, and then my network, how I'm connecting RJ45 or Bluetooth. Okay. In cloud computing, these three pieces is the core components in cloud also. Basically, what they did is they just disassemble these pieces, put it as a separate, like a supermarket. Okay. Or a buffet way. They said, oh, you want laptop? You choose whatever CPU you want it. Because today you don't have that option. You have only, I can select. In a laptop means it's a single CPU. If you go for server, they will say only the server containing 10 CPUs or 20 CPUs like that. Somebody wants, I want a 17 CPU, they can't able to choose it because everything is molded. It's a fixed, assembled, pre-assembled, right? But in cloud computing, what they put is, imagine like an supermarket way. Yeah, 3 buckets are there. One bucket they put full of CPUs. Another bucket they put full of RAMs and storage. The third bucket they put different network options. So you choose whatever you wanted. Like I want an 17 CPU. Pick 17, and I want a 2 terabyte hard disk. Just select 2 terabytes, like in Amazon portal. Number of quantity 2. And then the third one is network. I want a Bluetooth. I want a Wi-Fi. Go to your cart, checkout. Then you are paying the number of CPU, number of storage, number of this one only. It's a separate. Then automatically they will be connected and give it to you. This is what cloud computing, in a very simple manner. Okay, instead of giving us a pre-assembled machine, they are asking you to assemble whatever you want it. Will you able to connect what I am saying? I'm taking you to the next level of the technical. So cloud computing is nothing but your laptop only. Okay. So the advantage, if I have disassembled, what is the advantage? If a user coming, I want my personal computer. Yes, he can configure small. A company comes, I want a big computer. Yeah, you can also configure. Everything is available in the bucket. Choose the number of quantity only. The hardware. So everything, the hardware, they brought it as a service. Okay, that's the first. So they just disassembled everything. Okay, and they are giving the choice to the user or the consumer, whatever configuration you want, you take it, you configure it. Okay. See, for others, don't confuse. Don't get confused. Oh, until last week I studied like a Python. Oh, there is some Python language, writing some code, some SQL. This week we are hearing like in something different. That's why I told people usually we go like after that exam we go cloud. But whatever the program you are writing, it is going to run in cloud. But how? That's why we are doing this. Okay. So don't keep that Python language, SQL language is separate, and this is a separate. Okay. So in cloud computing is nothing but they disassembled your hardware and they are giving the choice to the consumer, whatever size you want, you take it. Okay. And then, okay, this is the second concept. The third, okay, you take it and only you pay what you used. Like in our earlier initial laptop case, once you purchased, you don't have choice. You need to use that laptop for until 3 years or 5 years. It can't suddenly after 1 week later, your demand is changed. Oh, I want a bigger size of RAM. I want a 16 GB RAM with the same configuration. The shop owner say, no. If you want that, you buy a new laptop. I can't able to upgrade this. And you need to pay heavy money. Right? But in cloud, it's not like that. Okay, the first week, I took one CPU, 8 GB RAM, and 500 GB hard disk. Then suddenly I realized, no, I'm using a lot of videos. I need more RAM. Then, okay, go and take another 8 GB or another 24 GB RAM. Okay. The best example for this one is, and as I said, in cloud, there is another famous statement they use is, pay as you use. Okay, pay as you use. So what they are telling is, you no need to pay the entire money at the upfront. Only pay whatever you are using. This is the biggest breakthrough for everyone accepted the cloud. If I want a laptop, I need to invest 60,000 rupees upfront. If I go spin my personal computer in the cloud, only I need to pay whatever the hours I'm using it. I don't need to invest 60,000 upfront. The companies, if the company decided to go buy a server, the server cost I told you, it varies from 30 lakhs to even a 3 crores or 5 crores. I don't need to upfront invest on 5 crores or 30 lakhs, let's take a minimum. Because this is a POC. The client wants only 1 week or 2 weeks only. So only take that server for 2 weeks, pay only for that. It may be 1,000 rupees. How much saving the companies are, how much the companies are saves. So that's why everyone says forcing the employees, okay, go to the cloud. The similar real-time example is, again, I go back to Uber. How they can able to give this much cheap? The same concept like a Uber. If you understand the Uber business model, then you will see what Uber is doing. He's purchasing a lot of cars as a wholesale. Don't go with that the driver is bringing a car or something. Assume that he's purchasing everything, like a Reliance wholesale shops are there, right? They are giving a cheaper price for the groceries than the retail shops because he's purchasing everything as a wholesale and renting you as a retailer price, the Uber. That's why I said you don't need to invest 5 lakh rupees to get a ride in your car. So Uber is invested all this money. See, at the end, everything is server only. Everything is physical server only. At the end, that's what last class somebody told me. So without server, how the cloud is works. I told them maybe the second or third class you will get an answer. Okay, so without server, the cloud is working. No, cloud is also working on top of server only. Okay, in Uber also, there is a physical car. If you ask me, oh, if I give 100 rupees, you tell they are taking me as a car ride. Is it a simulation or something? No, no, actual car. Actually, you are traveling. Okay, the same way, Uber is purchased all the car and they are renting it to you. And you are paying only as you use. 1 hour you used, you are paying only for 1 hour. If you are using 10 hours, you are paying 10 hours. But where they are getting benefit is the maximum use of the car. 24 hours, the cars got used. Okay, if you purchase your own car, then you are keeping in your home. Maybe you are using only 2 hours in a day. Just go to office, come back. Rest 22 hours, the car stands ideal. Okay, the similar concept. A company is purchasing a server. To be frank, they are not using 24/7. Even 24/7, I purchase a computer, they are not using 100%. They are using only a 5%. Remaining 95% is waste. So these big companies capitalizing that 95% resources. Okay, so that's what they are doing. They are renting it to you. Okay, so the second famous word in cloud computing is pay as you use. Okay, the first word I said, cloud computing means delivering IT services via internet, and the second one is pay as you go or pay as you use. Okay, I think at least again, everything runs on server only. Everything runs on physical hardware only. Without physical hardware, nothing would be there. But they are creating some virtualization on top of this. So virtualization is the heart of cloud computing. Like VM, I don't know how many of you heard the VM. So if you know the VM, then you can able to easily relate what I'm trying to say, the number of CPUs, number of RAMs. Okay, if you know the VM, you can able to understand that.
Yeah, virtual machines and virtual.
Yeah, so when you spin a virtual machine, you are choosing how much CPU, how much RAM you want it. But that
virtual only. It's not physical.
It's not physical, but it runs on top of the physical.
Yeah, correct. It's
without physical, it will not go. Exactly. And your virtualization is the core. Same for Siva also. You definitely come across the VMs. Virtualization, some concepts, something in your Windows also, right?
Yes, yes. Okay.
Yeah. So your virtualization is the core of the cloud computing. They thought that is in a bigger way.
Okay.
Okay, cloud computing is nothing else. It's a virtualization. That's all. Okay, so there are two words I said: delivering IT services via internet, and another one is pay as you use. Okay, so pay as you use is everyone is benefited. That's why everyone is going, because instead of I'm buying as a 30 lakhs one server upfront and then purchasing my Windows license, everything. Companies are they are taking rental. A server month, if you rent one server, the equivalent server in monthly rental itself is just a 10,000 rupees, 10,000 or 30,000 rupees. But for my POC is going to live for only 2 weeks. I'm paying just a 4,000 rupees. That's the reason if you observe closely the IT market, there is a humongous amount of startups they never seen before. Okay, why the startups, so much new startups comes nowadays? Because 5 years back, if I want to start my own startup, I am a very techie guru. I'm very good in programming language, blah, blah. I want to build one product and sell it, make a millions. To do that, the very first thing I need to rent a house, rent a building. Maybe I can open in my house one room I can allocate for my work. But I need bare minimum, some laptops and the servers. But when I go to the market, they say, even you purchase a second-hand server, you need to pay 2 lakh rupees or 3 lakh rupees. Hey, I am struggling for 5,000 rupees. How can I go and buy a 2 lakh rupees server? Right? That's why no one can able to start. But when the cloud comes, they said, Only you pay what you use, and even that the similar server they are giving per day, like in 300 rupees or 500 rupees. Now I can able to afford it. Even if you look my center in here, this ameya office, I didn't have any physical server over there, but still I'm providing all the latest ML lab, all the labs we are providing. How? Because of the cloud. If I purchase everything by myself, it costs a multi crores. ML model, big data, it's a huge. So that you see how the cloud is changing everything. It makes it possible, the impossible, what the people are before thought. Okay, so the second concept is pricing perspective we see now. The first one is the flexibility, the freedom, what it brings. The next one is the pricing. Okay, pricing perspective we see. So at least so far, whatever the stories I described, I created an environment, I scratched the, given to you. At least you are convinced, I assume, cloud is something better. Or cloud means something they are telling it is cheaper and its flexibility is there. Or any disagree? Only these two statements I want to give it to you. So that's the reason I talked this much. One is flexibility, and there is I accept the companies definitely will use cloud. Any doubt on that? Anyone, any doubt on that?
Nowadays all the IT companies are using the cloud, right?
Already, yeah. Okay. Somehow they are already in the cloud.
Okay.
Maybe one example, you are doing work from home now, right? Siva?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
how
yes,
how your Outlook is working? To connect your Outlook, are you connecting any VPN?
No need.
No need, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that Outlook is in the cloud. That's why it is working.
It will only connect to the server, Exchange server.
No. I come back again. To access your emails, are you connecting VPN, or without VPN it will access?
Without VPN also it can access.
Yes, without VPN. Then without VPN means it is going like via the internet. So they are using Office 365. Okay, without VPN also, see, if you are using Exchange server, right, which is an Outlook server, then you need to connect your VPN, and it is a dedicated, it's a standard, it's your on-premise server we call, your own data center server. That is how 5 years back everyone used. Each company have their own Outlook. But now Office 365 is hosted in cloud, which means what? You no need to go to, I no need to run my Exchange server in my data center, because to that I need one server, which is 30 lakhs. I need a license, blah, blah, etc. Instead of that, I take a service from the Microsoft Office 365, which gives emails services to my employees. Office 365. Okay.
Even we can use Office 365, our email through internet.
Yeah, through internet. Yeah, that's why I say to access your emails, you no need to connect VPN. Without VPN, it will work. Which means you are not connecting to your company data center. You are connecting some servers via the internet. Your Exchange is outside of your data center. That's what I'm trying to make you understand. Okay, Exchange is there. And then, okay, through VPN, you are accessing your server. There may be your office. See, that's why, today the home is possible because of the cloud only. Okay, which doesn't mean that whatever your email, someone else can access. No, it is not. Correct?
Yes.
And the other thing, you can access this email from any device. Do you agree? You can able to access from your mobile.
Yeah, we can access.
Yeah, and even you can access your emails through my laptop also if you enter your username password.
Yes.
Because how? Because of the cloud, it creates its own profile, everything. Okay, so that's one example. Okay, why this question comes now? I'll ask that question. Okay, why this discussion went on here? I lost the word. Okay, why? Okay. So anyway, yeah, the question Siva asked is it mean that the cloud is already in IT company? Yes, it's everywhere in IT company. It starts from Facebook or Microsoft, and even a small startup. Everyone is having this IT services. Okay, the cloud computing services are there. Okay, that's the first message. Next message. Okay, so at least you all convinced that cloud means it's a much powerful than what we have today IT system, and everyone must has to go there. Okay, and slowly you will get to know more about this. Okay, what is cloud and others. Okay, but two statements we should not forget. Cloud means delivering IT services via internet and pay as you go or pay as you use. Okay, this is the two wordings we should remember about the cloud. And the best example of cloud is our Uber. Uber is the best example. So they purchased everything as a wholesale and they are giving us a rental. Okay. So with that foundation, let me move on this Azure. Okay, everything. Okay. So what is Azure? Yeah, we are going to see where this Azure comes into play, what is this AWS, what is this Google, or what is an Facebook, okay, different clouds, this all will go here. Okay, so this course, I can introduce this course, what we are going to learn for next few classes. Microsoft Azure Fundamental, okay. As I said, this course is, we are going to discuss about Microsoft Azure Cloud Computing. Okay, at least now you know what is cloud computing. Cloud computing means delivering IT services via internet and then pay as you use. And then it has its own advantages. Cloud is having own advantages. Okay. So in this course, we are going to discuss about Microsoft Cloud. Okay. In between the course, we will come to know what is meant by Microsoft Cloud, then what is the other cloud, okay, what way it differs, that all we will discuss. But the next few weeks, we are going to equip ourselves as a Microsoft Cloud professional. Okay, that is what we are going to do. Here, what is this AZ? Nothing but Azure. So Microsoft is a organization, right? It's a big organization. They are developing a lot of softwares, like they are giving an Office, they are giving a Microsoft operating system, many products. In that, Azure is the product for cloud. Okay, Azure is nothing but Microsoft cloud computing product. That is called Azure, AZURE. Then what is AWS? See, Amazon is doing many businesses. They are in e-commerce. They are selling products. They are selling books, right? Like that, Amazon is also providing cloud computing services in the name of AWS. Likewise, what is Google? Again, Google having many products, right? Search engine, data analytics, web page, blah, blah. In that, Google is also providing a cloud services in the name of GCP, Google Cloud Provider. Okay. So it is one of the product in that company, that's all. Azure or AWS or GCP. This is just the product names. Forget, I mean, that doesn't, nothing else other than that. It's a branding name. You can keep it in that way. Okay. Then what is this 900 Abdullah? Okay, so each course, how the Microsoft is designed that the learning or teaching is, the 900 is the course code. Earlier, they all teach like an Windows administrator. Like that they provided. Instead of that, now they are giving some code number. That is what is 900. And this fundamentals, okay. So this course, the scope of this course, apart from any other cloud course, the 900 is a fantastic one because this is a single course which covers all the IT roles. Last week we seen what are all the IT roles. It starts from the CTO, Chief Technology Officer, Director, Security Engineer, Security Architect, Network Architect, administrators. Then you come that normal application architect. Then application engineer, developer, tester, likewise network engineer, tester, network tester, configuration. Like this, multiple roles there, right? It starts from architect, developer, tester. Whether it may be an application architect or it may be an network architect, it may be a security architect, or it may be an administrator, production engineer, operational engineer. Right? There are plenty of fleet of people are there. Business analyst, right? Business analyst, non-technical people, business analysts, project managers, and any people you take it. Okay. But this course is they have the content for this course. That's why all companies are asking all their employees, irrespective of CTO to any business and non-technical people also, they are asking to undergo Microsoft Azure Fundamental. Okay. It contains all the, lot of areas. It covers 360 degree of the cloud computing. So basically, in short terms, this course will introduce about what is cloud computing to any of the audience. If you are a non-technical also, it introduces them what is from your perspective, the cloud computing. If you are a software developer, what is your perspective, cloud computing? If you are an administrator, what is your perspective, cloud computing? Okay, it's simple. If you entered in any country, or if you entered in some big mall, there may be some person who is introducing you. For example, if you go any barbecue nation or something, someone initially will come and introduce you. Oh, in our restaurant, even though it's a buffet, here you have starters, here you have a main course, here you have a desserts, right? And then in starters, we have this alarm. If you want to add, place order something for special like a naan or dosa, you can always tell us, sir, we will prepare for you. Someone is introduced, so that why they are doing, you will get an overview of idea, what is present, what is do's, what don'ts, everything. That is what this fundamental course. It will introduce you the complete cloud. Okay, what is mean by IT service? What are all the IT services it provides? More than that, what are the IT services it provides? And then what are all supports it provides? What are all security it provides? Apart from all this, how the pricing works. What are the pricings are there? How the billings will work, and then how the SLA will work. If I need a support, what options they have. So there is a lot of answers for what here. Okay, at the end of the course, what you will know, as I said, it is an wide and it's a bit. You know everything about Azure cloud computing, the full circle of cloud computing. Okay. Then after that only according to your role, your need, your skill will be built on top of that. Okay, that's why this course is an audience is not only a technical people, even a non-technical people also, they should learn. Otherwise, if somebody comes, it's an IAS or PAS model. Definitely, you also heard so far. Some people will say, oh, this software is a PAS model, but you don't have any clue what they are talking about PAS model. Okay, as I said to you, so far in your mind, your understanding also, what is cloud computing? You think that cloud computing, something is there, but I don't know what is that. It's a kind of a screen. Behind the screen, what is there? I don't know. What is the nuts and bolts? I don't know. Okay. At the end of the course, you will know that at least behind the scene and behind the screen, these are all pieces are there. I don't know how, I know what pieces is there. If somebody asking me where should I go and pick, I know. But I don't know to modify or expert in that. But I know what pieces are there. Okay, so that is what you will expect at the end of this course. Okay, just I want to set that right expectation to all you. To Soumya, Pratush, Vidya, Sagar, Siva, all. Okay. At the end of the course, I assured you, if somebody asking you, do you know Microsoft Azure? Definitely you will very confidently say, yeah, I know what is Azure. If you ask somebody's, okay, can you develop an ADF pipeline? Then you will say, I don't know. Because obviously it is a special skill you build on top of that. Can you build, can you can you implement an firewall that? Definitely you say, no, firewall I know, but how to implement that? I need to go refer it. Okay. So you will be in that state at the end of this course. But definitely we'll answer if somebody asks, oh, what is cloud? Yeah, I know cloud. At least after this course, I know this cloud. Also, I know what is the cloud means. Okay. Any questions here? I just pass. The reason is just I want to check whether we are all traveling at the same lane, or something is boring, or something you got already deviated.
Yeah, that's a question.
Okay. Pratush, are you good, Soumya?
Yeah, Ganesh. Hello. I'm audible?
Sorry, come again. Who is this?
Audible?
Yeah,
Sagar.
yeah, Vidya Sagar. Yeah, go ahead.
Suppose one client purchase one 10 servers, he is running a business in like one cloud, suppose Azure.
Hmm.
So due to some reasons, you want to move other another domain, and you want to move that AWS or else Google Cloud. Is it possible to move his business to some other cloud?
Of course. See, that's why I said here you are not owning anything here. You are renting it. Let's take example. You are visiting some tourist place, Bangalore or Mysore or some hill stations. Okay, you rented one hotel. You assume that they're given 4-star. After you entered there, you settle down. Then you realized you are not comfortable with that hotel. Then immediately you pick another hotel next to that. You vacate here and go back there.
Because of the landscape or fixed with this AWS only, right? Sorry, Amazon
Sorry?
only, right?
Sorry,
The landscape and all, it's fixed with this Azure only, right? And before that, so after moving the another AWS, so the landscape is different, right?
Yeah, no, correct. You are rightly following it. Think this way. There are two options to go to Ooty. Let's take Ooty. One is you construct your own resort, go and stay there, or you rent a hotel. Okay. So the problem in the first case is you constructed and then you go and stay. Then you feel uncomfortable. Then you can't easily move from this place to other place because you invested heavy money here. Okay. But I come back with your example, but just think in this way. I mean, for the rest of the people, you go to the Ooty and you construct your own kind of an building and you stay there. If you want to move other, then you need to demolish this and construct another. It takes more time. It takes more money. Okay. But instead of that, what you did is you just rented in one hotel. For example, some Marriott you rented. Okay. They have 2 bedrooms. Accordingly, you take all the luggages, everything. Okay, you put the luggages, everything, you organized everything in that, or you went for one house there. Okay, you arranged everything in the house. That is called what you are meaning as a landscape. You designed all your application according to Azure. Okay, so you put everything arranged. Later on, you realized there is no water. No, I'm not interested. For some reason, I'm not interested to leave this house, but I rented only. Then obviously you found another. Only extra work is you need to again pack everything from this current house and move to the new house and unpack it. This is much cheaper than the first one, what I said, construct your own house and then demolish. The fundamental, you understand one thing, all cloud are same. Cloud is nothing but the same hardware. Azure is same, AWS is same, only different name. Like a water bottle, distilled water bottle. All water are purified distilled water. Some people are selling like Aquafina, some people are selling like a spring water. Everything is water. All are cloud. Only the size of the bottle, something will vary. A small adjustment you need to do, but it is possible. It is not you are moving from, I developed an application. For example, I developed one SAP application. And then I am moving this everything SAP into an, oh, no, I'm not now liking a SAP. I'm moving an Oracle. It is not like that. Moving from one software to another software, no. All are is a SAP only. I may answer your question, or still it is having some gap?
Yeah.
The SAP may be the right appropriate answer. Okay, so everyone, they have a SAP only. So the cloud in AWS, the cloud in Azure, it's same, no difference. Only different names. We are going to see that. I mean, when I'm discussing with the cloud concepts, you will understand that, okay, what way it's same. Okay, yeah. So any question? I mean, Pratusha, Soumya, are you good? Are you able to follow me? Are you vague also? Yeah, be frank. I mean, don't worry. If you vague also, you just say no. It's okay. You are saying some stories, but still, I want to see something and relevant some messages.
Yes, sir. Based on this theory concept, like so far, it's easy to understand.
Okay. Okay, yeah, we will get into the more technical, because why I'm using all this word is this all related with the going forward discussions. Without I'm creating this environment, blindly I go public cloud, private cloud, you can't able to relate or understand that much. Okay, that's why I'm first giving the advantage, features, and why this everything. Then only you will appreciate, or you can able to understand that.
Yes, sir. It is very easy to understand now. Like, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Pratyush, are you fine? Will you able to follow that?
Yeah. Till now I'm fine. I'm good.
Okay, excellent. So yeah, now okay. Now I started describing you what is Azure, right? At least now you know Azure is a Microsoft product. Okay, and the purpose of this course is it is giving you a 360-degree view of the cloud computing. Okay, that is what you as I said, at the end, we are all expecting to go for an exam from the Microsoft. And I want to make you all be and certified this. There are a couple of reasons. One is, if you become the certifications, then obviously the certificate, I mean, there are very less people available in market, okay, and it is become mandatory. Then obviously your resume stays on top of that. Then you no need to demonstrate to someone else, hey, I know cloud, I know cloud. Even if you ask any of your cloud colleagues, many people will say, oh, I'm working cloud, but I thought I can myself to upgrade myself in cloud. They will talk like this for last 1 year. If you ask why, no, I started in YouTube, or I'm trying, but still I didn't have that answer. If you ask them, are you, even though some people are really working in cloud, okay, they are already working in cloud. If you ask them, okay, are you a cloud engineer? He said, no, I'm just doing one small piece. Cloud isn't like an version. I don't know many things. Okay, the reason is they not finished the certification. They can't able to identify themselves. I'm a cloud engineer. Because they don't have the clarity what is actually the full view. Okay, so that's the two reasons. Once you've done this one, you have the answers of, I mean, all your doubt. So currently you may think like, oh, I don't know IT, or I'm not a technical, blah, blah. But once you're certified, that certification is representing that you are a cloud engineer. Like how the MBBS, see, not all doctors knows everything. We don't know, right? But once they have the MBBS certificate, they are doctor by default. Everyone is recognizing, right? That's the idea. Okay, let's move on the fundamental. So that's what this course expectations. As I said, this course is, the audience for this course is freshers, somebody's working in non-technical, they want into cloud for them, or somebody's and software engineers already developing software engineers, testers, system administrators, operational people, support people, architects, any architect like a network architect, application architect, security architect, and then the managers, directors, VPs, okay, and then the compliance people, okay. The compliance means they are maintaining the rules and regulations, everything, compliance, and the CTO. These are all the audience for this course. Okay, so each one of the role, they have their own content in this course. I hope the study material for this one is already uploaded in that the app, our app. Okay, you are free to refer that. Okay, so that will contain all that these slides, whatever we are discussing, everything. Okay, you just use only those. Don't go outside of this. As I said, I mean, I keep on using this word to my whoever I'm teaching. There are two things is important: do's and don'ts. Okay, like in YouTube. If you go YouTube, you start with one and it completely detract you, takes to somewhere else. Okay, so don't refer so much things. Whatever we are discussing in this class, which is more than enough to clear the certifications. And only that slide is more than enough. Okay, so don't go anything outside of that. So it saves a lot of time for you. Okay. Okay. So with this introduction, now I move on. What is cloud? Okay. Forget about this. All I use in that inside the corporate. Okay. So this is the actual definition of this course. Okay. What we are going to discuss. Okay. So this course provides the foundational level knowledge on the cloud concepts, core Azure services, security, privacy, compliance and trust, and Azure pricing and support. This is what so far I just described. Okay. So this course will give you a foundational level knowledge on all this. Okay. And you need to know. Okay. If you ask me some 5 years back, I told you, right? If you are a Python developer, you know only Python, and that is enough. But in cloud, it will not work in that way. Okay. It works much more. Okay. You need to know other sides also. So the audience for this course, as I said, whoever wants to, switch themselves as a cloud computing, this is the perfect course. Now forget about these questions, everything. Okay. So this entire course, it's divided into 4 core models, and this whole course is aligned with the Microsoft certifications. Okay. Through us, so far, almost 99% whoever we trained, they all be certified. Okay, that may be from. So the entire course is aligned with that certification topics. Okay, so it's divided into 4 models. First model, we are going to discuss about cloud concepts. It's not Azure cloud; it's a general cloud concept. Okay, the first model is common for AWS, Azure, GCP, or any cloud you take it. Okay, that is what a few minutes before I told you. When we are discussing about the cloud concepts, the concept is same for any cloud you take it. Okay. And then the model 2, we are going to discuss about Azure core service. So from model 2 onwards, we are dealing only what is Microsoft is offering. Okay. Model 1 is a general common. Okay. And model 2 is what Microsoft is offering. All the technical, what are all the services it's offering. Okay. And what is that? So we are going to see only what. Okay. And then the third model, we are going to discuss about what kind of security Azure is offering. I mean, everything from model 2, 3, 4, everything is an Azure based. Okay. That may be slightly vary this in the AWS and the GCP. Okay. So Azure core services. In the model 3, we are going to discuss about security, privacy, compliance, and trust. And fourth one is the pricing and support. Okay. So if you look this model, the first 2 model is full of technical, and that is where we are going to spend maximum time. Okay. The model 3 and 4, the 3 specifically, it is not for you. The 3 is mainly for network engineers and the managers. Okay. So if you go for managers, they will say like, oh, my clients are in Europe. My data should be present in Europe only. How can I ensure my data in Europe? Okay, so those kind of things, and also what kind of certificates we can, because if you go to the data center, they have a lot of certificates, ISO standard, blah blah, various standards are there. Definitely you come across that, right? So those details will be discussed in model 3, and that is not for you, but from exam perspective, you need to know this. In exam, there is a lot of questions from this area. Okay, model 3. And model 4, as I said, how the pricing works, again, it is also not for you. It is for finance people and the managers, how the pricing works, how to get the support, those things. Okay. So model 1 and 2 is full of technical, and that is what is needed for you. Model 3 and 4, the audience is the managers or compliance or security people. Okay, model 3 and 4. Okay. So we are going to spend more time on 1 and 2. Okay. I told you, right? See, our objective of this course learning is, yes, understand the Azure, also going for examinations, right? So to keep, that is our target. To achieve the target, so these are all the exam weightage. Okay, if you look this, the 4 modules is aligned with the weightages. Okay. So what this weights given is the number of questions you may expect in the exam. Okay, I'm going to along with the course discussions, I'm going to share these are the questions you will expect in the exam. This is the question you will expect in the exam. See, this exam is a pure objective type question. Okay, it is so much worth to take this application. Okay, so roughly it's a 90 minutes exam. Everything is an there are 3 types of questions will come: objective, choose the best answer, or true or false, or match the following. So only these 3 types of questions, and we have a practice questions. So don't worry. If you undergo that, you will get fully understand this. And yeah, only these three type of questions will come. So again, with each concept, how many questions? Let's take example. There are 60 questions in your exam. Okay. If you look the cloud concept, from cloud concept itself, 15 to 20%, roughly 12 questions will come in the first topic. And then in the second topic, understanding the core Azure services, there you may expect 30 to 35, which means 18 to 22 questions you will expect in the module 2. Okay. And then in the module 3, you may expect again another some 12 to 15 questions. And module 4, you will expect another some 18 questions roughly. Okay, 15 to 18 questions. So the overall 60 questions will be divided in this pattern. Okay. So yeah. Okay, leave that. That is for a captive this one. So today what we discussed is, yes, I started somewhere like some problems, but few answers I give it. Like to buy a laptop, it takes 16 days. But in cloud, I said, you can get your personal computer in 2 minutes. Right? And yesterday, Vidyasagar said, yes, it's DR solutions. It takes 6 months. Now we will see how quick it's possible. Now at least half of the answer Vidya now know, but still we see how much quick it can go. And then the third problem we see is the flexibility, right? The RAM selection, CPU selection, that we will see in demonstrations. Okay, and also the price is pay as you go. Okay, this all we see. At least now you guys knows that. Okay, what I understand that cloud computing means, you are saying that is very cheap. And only I'm paying what I'm using. That is what, okay, that is the point you need to take. And second point is, what is cloud computing means? Delivering IT services via internet. Okay, if no internet, then no cloud. Okay, so only these 2 points you take it. Okay, and then again, I just introduce another important thing. Cloud computing is nothing but disassemble your laptop. There are 3 core pieces of that: CPU, storage, and network. Okay, they disassemble and they are giving this choice to the users. You can assemble yourself. Everything. Okay. Yeah. Again, yeah, today also theory. I can stop here so that you just chew whatever I discussed. I created some problems and I give some examples. Uber is an example. Think of all this. Okay. And yeah, next class we are starting with the cloud concepts. Okay. Without this pre-introduction, if I go directly cloud concepts, you will not be able to relate with the real world problem. Okay. But a couple of points is important. Yes, there is a tremendous need of the cloud engineers in the market. Okay, everyone, as I said in last class, everyone thinks cloud computing means like it's another software. No, it is not a software. Now at least 25% you all agree it is the foundation. It is not a pillar. Like I said last class, SAP is a one pillar, business analyst is another pillar, project manager is another pillar, and cloud computing is another pillar. No, cloud computing is not a pillar. It is the base. Okay, it uses for all the it touches all the teams in the IT industry. Also, So far in IT industry, there are technical, non-technical people. Example of technical, all the developer, tester, blah, blah. Non-technical, business analyst, project managers, program managers, right? Now that role also is coming into danger. What it means? A project manager earlier, they don't need to know any technical. They don't need to learn Python. They don't need to learn Java. They know how to manage a project, they're good. But nowadays, instead of a standalone project manager, I want a techno project manager. That's the name they rephrase as a Scrum Master now. Slowly, if you see, the Scrum Master is becoming more popular than the project manager. What the Scrum Master knows, he knows how to manage the project, plus he knows some technical. So without technical, so slowly the message, what it tells is for all the level, if anyone doesn't have the technology idea, then they are going to be slowly out of the picture in the industry. So that's why all the project manager, all the line manager also learning this technology. If you are a BA, you are in some analyst, somehow you need to learn technology. That is what the future. How the business is without technology, business can't survey. Same way, an individual also without technology, you can't able to survey. Okay. Yeah, with this, I can stop here. If you have any questions, I will take it so that you will have some kind of an ground, the foundations to discuss the cloud concepts. Any questions?
No questions.
Yeah, thanks. Pratush, Soumya, yeah, Ilakya said no. Okay, Soumya, Pratush, anything?
No question.
Okay, good.
It's clear, sir. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, so just now you can just access that material in that app. Let me know if you have any trouble. And yeah, just you see only module 1, okay? But don't worry, if you just follow our classes, you will be certified by yourself. That's all. Okay, nothing else needed. But as I said, at this end of after a couple of weeks, you know what is Azure. Okay. Okay, right. Yeah, have a wonderful day. Rest of the day. Thanks for joining this late evening. Okay, continue. And we will meet again on Friday.
Yeah, thank you, Ganesh.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.